In the 19th century, German physiologist Goltz gazed at a lab pod. Inside, a frog floated, seemingly unresponsive to the steadily rising heat. Eventually, surrounded by steam, it died silently. A century later, this scene was boiled into a widely known bowl of chicken soup. However, this chicken soup was filled with lies from the very start. Any healthy frog would leap when the water becomes too hot. The frog in Goltz's pot didn't jump because its brain had already been removed. It didn't die of comfort, but from losing control. While Goltz was busy boiling the frog, Bernard in Paris conducted even more insane experiments. As a fervent advocate of vivisection, he claimed he couldn't hear the animal screams, nearly turning his home into a slaughterhouse. When his wife discovered her husband killed the family dog, she left with her daughters in anger and founded the French Anti-Vivisection League, becoming a pioneer in animal rights. Ironically, these experiments disgusted her. Bernard became the father of experimental medicine and uncovered reasons behind the boiling frog phenomenon. He conducted experiments, like feeding a dog only meat for 10 days without sugar. The theory was that without sugar, there'd be none in its blood. Bernard discovered significant glucose in the dog's hepatic vein, which the body naturally produces for balance. Through research, he found that regardless of external changes or whether the animal is hungry or full, blood composition, especially blood sugar levels, remains stable. He named this stable state within the body the internal environment. Decades later, the baton passed to American physiologist Cannon, who witnessed in World War I how soldiers trembled in fear. Their hearts raced and adrenaline surged, prompting a fight or flight response. He realized this internal environment was not static, but a dynamic system constantly adjusting to disturbances. He named it homeostasis. Soon after, scientists began to discover various default settings within the human body. If body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius and blood sugar 5 millimoles per liter, any deviation triggers the body's feedback mechanism to restore balance. This system has protected our lives for billions of years. The pod's default setting has been modified. Compared to the 19th century, average body temperature has dropped by 0.4 degrees Celsius to 36.6 in 170 years. Scientists speculate modern medicine eliminated inflammations causing fever. With air conditioning and heating, our bodies no longer work as hard as our ancestors to produce heat or cool down. Our internal thermostat finds the environment so comfortable that it lowers the default heat. We've outsourced temperature regulation to machines, making us lazier. But this is just the iceberg's tip. A terrifying invasion occurs in the brain. Scientists found that after 3 days of high sugar, high-fat meals, mice experience hypothalamus inflammation. Inflammation acts like a virus, reprogramming the brain, dulling the appetite neurons, and gradually shifting the set point upward, even before noticeable weight gain occurs. Junk food disrupts your homeostasis, convincing your brain that you'll only feel truly full by eating more. This shifts you from a healthy balance to craving more calories, ultimately leading to weight gain. We increasingly use technology to outsource the body's functions, temperature regulation to air conditioning, energy balance to takeout and snacks, and even cognitive and emotional balance to complex algorithms. Social media algorithms craft an information cocoon, feeding you content you prefer, keeping you emotionally comfortable, and perfectly avoiding clashes with differing viewpoints. But this is just the iceberg's tip. A terrifying invasion occurs in the brain. Scientists discovered that after 3 days of consuming high sugar, high-fat meals, mice experience inflammation in the hypothalamus, leading to significant changes. We don't die from ignorance, but from entering a comfortable cauldron created by technology. We hope to use technology to eliminate fluctuations and fight the universe's uncertainty with artificial constancy. We are not the numb frog in the soup, but like the frog without a brain. We shut down the central nervous system. Once this pattern is established, It replicates, spreading from individuals to civilizations. Scientist Lovelock proposed the Gaia hypothesis, suggesting Earth is a vast homeostatic system. The feedback loop between life and the environment has kept atmospheric composition and global temperature suitable for life for billions of years. However, human activities are challenging this planetary homeostasis with unprecedented intensity. Our greenhouse gas emissions blanket the Earth. Destroying forests and oceans erodes Earth's thermostat. Global warming signals that Gaia's cauldron is rapidly heating. The climate crisis is like a boiling frog scenario on a civilizational scale. Change seems slow, making us accustomed and even numb. But this time, we can't pretend to be the innocent frog, as we are both the life in the pot and the one who can control the heat and lift the lid. Our desires for comfort and convenience collectively ignite the planet's boiler. Our instinct for individual homeostasis ultimately creates a highly unstable environment. We're not brainless. We've outsourced our minds. Yet, the fire beneath the cauldron grows ever hotter. So, before the brainless frog is cooked, will we have time to put our brains back in place?